Today on the channel, we finally closed the book on WWE Mattel Elite Series 118 with the Chase Edition Nia Jax. And in the second half of the video, we rank the entire wave from my least favorite to my favorite.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel Elite Chase unboxing and set rankings, this time with Nia Jax Chase and 118 set rankings. But for all your WWE Mattel Elite 118 needs and a whole lot more, make sure you hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Got to get a deal out there. And this one a bit delayed, as unfortunately for me, when I was going to Ringside, I was multitasking, and I accidentally ordered two of the regular edition Nia Jax instead of the Chase. Went back and looked once I figured out the mistake, and of course, the Chase edition on back order. So a big bummer for me. Took me forever, it feels like, to get this one. Of course, went on a back order, so I had to wait for more shipments. But the time is finally now. I finally got the Nia Jax Chase. We can finally put the finishing touches on 118. And I've had a lot of figure sets that put the finishing touches on. The latest Unmatched series, two different Monday Night Wars series, 118 and 119 from Elites, and 120 is supposed to be in the mailbox later today. So a lot of figures coming at us real fast, and we wouldn't have it any other way. Just like we wouldn't do this review any other way. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And I'm actually excited about this Nia Jax because Mattel historically has knocked it out of the park on the Nia Jax figures. This one looks really good in red with the regular edition being white. But let's see what all the fuss is about with old Nia Jax here. And look at that. We got Queen Nia Jax from the Queen of the Ring, as we do know. WWE logo, Nia Jax, Nia Jax, Nia Jax, Elite. What do we got here? 8 and up on this one. You 7-year-olds, you can't handle a woman like this. That is for sure. Who are we fooling, Todd? You and I can't handle a woman like this either. WWE over there. Nia Jax looking only like a Nia Jax could look. Certified authentic Nia Jax Elite. And then on the back, tail of the tape, got the blurb, got the cross sell. We unboxed every single one of these figures, and we will rank them later in this video. See what it says about Nia Jax from San Diego, California. Beautiful this time of year. I was there just a month ago for San Diego Comic-Con, of course. Possibly my last ever visit to San Diego Comic-Con. We'll see. Every year I say, I think I'm done. I think I'm done. We'll see what happens. I kind of want to go to New York Comic-Con. I want to get a little change of pace, a little something different maybe, but not going to go this year. It's just too much stuff going on. But maybe next year I say no San Diego. I'm going to go to New York in its place. We'll see what happens. Or maybe I just stay home all summer. I don't know. There's stuff to do around the house. That's for sure. Height 6 feet tall. Finisher, the Annihilator. All hail the Queen. We're not talking about Charlotte here, guys. We're not talking Charlotte. All hail the Queen. The unstoppable force dominated Lyra Valkyria to become the 2024 Queen of the Ring. Career highlights: WWE Women's Champion, Raw Women's Champion, Queen of the Ring as well. Quite the cross sell down below, but let's dive it out. Let's dive into it. Let's get old Nia out of the package. See you later, goodbye. See you later, goodbye. Plastic Nia Jax Prison. Looking good in red. I do like the looks of this one here. And now I need to go back and look. When she won Queen of the Ring, was it in the white or the red? I'm going to have to figure that out, and I guess that'll depend which head I put on here. Now, the really cool thing with this one being the Chase is you get two different heads for her. You get the crown head, I guess we'll call it, and then you get the hair down head. So you get two different looks. So you put one head on one head on the other, different set of hands. Feels like we got totally different figures. At least that's how it works in my brain. And I like the way they did this Nia Jax that way. So kudos to the Mattel team helping us out right here. See you later, goodbye. Get this off my table, get this off my table, get that crown back on my table, and let's dive into Nia Jax. 2 gripping hands out of the package. She's got a double dose of the what you gonna do, brother hands right here, so she's gonna tell it like it is. And then we get 2 fists of fury, ready for those punches, of course, in bunches is one Nia Jax. We do get the Queen's crown here. Now, of course, we got that with the regular edition. We also get it with the Chase edition here. Looks pretty good, all things considered. No issues with this. Always nice to get a crown. And of course, goes back to my playing days as a kid. My Hasbros, my LJNs. Whenever I got a crown, be it from Harley Race, be it from Macho Man, I would use these as like another title belt in my Fig Fed. So I'm sure there's a kid right now as we speak doing the same thing. But now we're going to dive into Nia Jax times 2. 2 heads for Nia. And as I said, the Mattel team always kills it in the Nia Jax head sculpts here. Looks just like her. You got her hair all up in a bun up top there. 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth. A little bit of pouty lips right here. Looking pretty good, Todd McFarlane. What do you think? Yeah, pretty good, huh? She's got the pouty lips going on, almost like she's fighting a smile. Like she was talking to me and she hates me, but she couldn't not laugh at my jokes. That's like my wife. When she's mad at me, which is rarely ever, let's be honest. How could you be mad at me? There's no way to be mad at me, but she's always cracking through. I can always crack her through. She can't stay mad more than 2 seconds. But Nia Jax looking pretty good right there. And that head, second head, still looking pretty good. I'm not sure which head I prefer. How do you prefer your head from Nia Jax, Todd McFarlane? You'll tell me later? Okay, tell me later then. I'm not sure which one I prefer. I think both of them are equally good. It's just totally different looks for Nia Jax, which is great as a versatile performer, getting more merchandise that way, but 2 good head sculpts for her here. Then we get down to Nia Jax. She's got that full-on bodysuit going on here. Of course, she was over in Saudi Arabia for this, so she's got to be covered up. We know how that goes. Red and black attack looking good. Looks like she's ready for a little bit of death is what she's ready for. Looking extra dangerous in this. Looking very nice, though. I do like the red and black color combination. Always striking, always pops on a shelf. Looks really good for Nia Jax right here. Arms all the way around for us. Bicep cut. Double jointed. Pinless elbows. Playing all the hits. You know I'm here for the hits. Like a young Hall & Oates. Playing all the hits is what we're doing. Hands back and forth, side to side. Maybe a little small in the hand department for her. Maybe a little upsized would be nice. I get it, though. Hula hoop up top, plus traditional waist. Uh-oh, I don't like this. We got Vietnam problems, I'm sure. Yep, Vietnam. And we get the Vietnam leg. We get 0 movement out of this right leg. Of course, you got the action feature. You got to have that. But there is no movement on that right leg. Left leg, no movement on that one either. What are we doing? Vietnam strikes back. Todd, you got connections all over the world. All over the world. You were telling us about your trip to the Falkland Islands a couple weeks ago. I need you to put a call in to Vietnam. Yes, Vietnam. Somebody, if Mattel's not going to handle this, you got to handle it. And I know Mattel, I know their answer, their standard answer, call up their customer service, give them the asset numbers and all this kind of thing. You can do that all day long, and they'll give you a free figure too. I could literally go to Mattel and say, hey, I need this is messed up. They're not going to send me this Nia Jax. They're going to send me a random figure, but I could have like 20, 30 free figures coming my way that I could be selling on Whatnot. I could be taking them to Whatnot, Todd, or eBay, or Mercari, or I could have a wrestling garage sale. Who knows? But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to take it. I'm just going to take the L, take it on the chin right here. But man, we got to do better, Mattel. And I know they say, hey, reach out, reach out. Well, there's enough people making a hubbub, a rigmarole, enough noise that we know this is an issue. The ankles have been an issue. The looseness in the hands when you remove the hands has been an issue. And this is the biggest issue. Mattel knows by now. I'm hoping they're saying something here. If they're just hoping the consumer is going to call in on that one, it's probably not going to happen. Most people, and I know this from my years in the business world, most people don't complain. They just don't buy again, or they just, don't do it again. They just, I'm done with this. They get a bad loaf of bread or something. I'm not going to buy that loaf anymore. They get a bad figure. Maybe I'm not going to buy those figures anymore. So most people don't complain. That's just the nature of the beast. So when you get one complaint, there's like 50 other ones that didn't come your way. And I truly believe the Mattel team is smart enough to understand, hey, so many people are having issues here. They're on the horn with the factory. You got to fix this. You got to fix this. We've seen improvements, and now we've seen a bit of a step back. So we keep going back and forth. I hope they get dialed in. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. There it is right there. What more do you want? What more could you want? But yeah, brutal. Just brutal right there. Really ruins the figure, obviously. Double jointed pinless knees on this one. Boot cut, ankles back, forth, side to side, up and down. Once again, pretty loose in that ankle. Is what it is. Todd, you got loose ankles. I've seen them. I've seen them in action. There it is. And you also got loose lips from time to time, as we know. But does she fit on a ringside stand? Not with these loose ankles. There it goes. She does fit on a ringside collectible stand. So Nia Jax, a good piece of business. Just some quality issues, as we're accustomed to seeing here for the last year or so with Mattel, unfortunately. But looking good right there. I do got Nia Jax here. Not sure which head. I'm going to have to do a little internet sleuthing. I'm going to have it put in the old Google machine. which head belongs with which body. I guess we'll figure that out and we can find that out. But very cool to get 2 different looks here. I like the way they did this chase. There's no doubt about it. So there's Nia Jax. Now we got to bring the rest of 118 in, and we got to rank them from my least favorite to my favorite. All right, time to rank 118 from my least favorite to my favorite. Before we get into that, I did just do a quick Google search, and in a plot twist, Nia Jax didn't wear either of these outfits in that Queen of the Ring match. It was more of a purple outfit. So what are we doing? I don't know what's going on here. It would have made sense to have one of these purple, wouldn't it? I don't know what we're doing sometimes, but neither of these are officially the Queen of the Ring. So I guess head sculpt, choose your own adventure, as we say all the time. But we do got 6 figures here. We're going to start at number 6, work our way to number 1. Number 1 being my absolute favorite of Elite 118. And once again, I always have to stress this, and I feel like such a dork. Yes, dork, Todd McFarlane, that I have to stress this. But so many people in the comments always say, Kyle, nope, you're wrong. Nia Jax should be number 7 in the line, or whatever it should be. People trying to tell me what my list should be, and it drives me absolutely crazy because it's my list, just like your list. My list, 100% right. Your list, 100% right. Put it in the comments down below. But we're going to figure it out right here. We're going to start at number 6, and we're going to work our way to number 1, as I did say. But here we go, number 6. Let's kick it off. And I guess the one that feels the least special here, even though it is new gear, but he is number 6 for me, it is Solo Sikoa. Not terrible. I don't mind this solo. I felt like we needed this solo. This is like backstage segment, in-ring interview segment, manager solo, whatever you want to call it. It is definitely different than his last versions. So I feel like it was needed here. It just doesn't have all the pizzazz we really want. It's basically like a main event that got elitized. Is that a word? It is now. But it is okay for what it is. It's just not going to set my world on fire. And if somebody has to be 6, it's going to be him. So that's where we're going at number 6. Now, number 5, this might be a little controversial right here, but I'm going to go to Tama Tonga right here. I'm not a huge fan of the head sculpt on this one. It really takes me out of here as the head seems way too long. Why the long face, Tama? And I feel like it's just a little bit stretched more than it could be. Now, I will say, very cool to get a first time in the line figure. I'm always here for first time in the lines. But this one I feel like could be done, and I feel like it could be done better. And that brings us to number 4, where I feel very similar about with his brother, Tonga Loa. Tonga Loa right here, and I believe Tonga Loa's got that kickback too. Once again, that is one thing we're seeing with 118. Really rough quality on 118 across the board. He does got the crazy face, the crazy eyes. A cool figure for what it is, but just missing the mark. And this one I can't explain as much as his brother. His brother, the head, really takes me out of the game. This one, not bad piece of business. Quality issues, of course, but I feel like they could do better on both of these. We just got to hope we get more elites of these guys in the future. I think they're getting main events, if I'm not mistaken, but will they get another round of elites? Unfortunately, the injury bug have gotten both of these guys as of recently, but now they're hopefully getting back to full strength. We'll see what happens in the future there. So the bloodline, the new bloodline, coming in at 6, 5, and 4. Now we're going to the number 3 spot. Number 3, I'm going to go for the white and black attack. Nia Jax, really a pick-em. It really comes down to which color you do prefer between the two, I think. So that one's going to come in at number 3, the black and white, where the red will come in at number 1 with Solo at number 2. Just kidding. Solo's going to go number 1. Nia Jax in the red and black attack at number 2. Like I said, it really just comes down to personal preference, which color you prefer from Nia. But I do prefer these Nia figures over these 3. That's just me. Maybe you're the same, maybe not. Once again, my list, put your list in the comments down below. But of course, Jacob Fatu at number 1. Jacob's got to be number 1. First time in the line, which is always huge, always fun. But one a lot of people were excited for, anticipating. We know we got more ones coming in the future. We got to have more Jacobs. We know it's coming. We're even getting an elite or an ultimate edition with ring, as we saw at San Diego Comic-Con. I know some people not a big fan of the sizing on this one, but I do like this figure. I think it came out and it was done really well, and it's been a heck of a bestseller. It's sold out multiple times from multiple different companies, the Jay's Toys and Games, the ring sides, back orders, things like that. So it's definitely resonating with people, and a lot of people want Jacob Fatu in their collection, of course. Of course, you know, all gas, no brakes. We know how it goes at the end of the day, but very, very fun Jacob Fatu figure. I know some people do prefer his MLW figure. I prefer this one by a hair. I do like that figure. I'm not giving that figure up, but I do think we're going to get a lot of good Jacob Fatu figures in the future. He's got a pretty bright future in the WWE, as we've been seeing on SmackDown and even Raw a time or two over the last year plus at this point. I can't believe it. And one thing I want to say about this set as a whole, I like that Mattel took a chance and basically did a bloodline set. I think that is really, really fun. There's something fun about getting a full team in one fell swoop instead of, you know, each brother being out there, you know, Tama Tonga this set, Tama Tonga or Tonga Loa the next set, Solo the next set, Jacob the next set. I like that they just kind of got it all done right there for us. Something fun about that, and it's cool that they did do that for us. I'm happy with this set. I just don't like the quality issues. You know, one step forward, two steps back. We've seen that a lot with quality with Mattel over the last year plus. This set is plagued pretty rough. As usual, your mileage may vary. I can only report on what I have right here, but a lot of leg issues between this set, unfortunately. But unfortunately, unfortunately. Fortunately, this set is done. Finally, took me a while, as I did say, but a fun set regardless of the quality issues. A lot of fun when you get first time in the line characters, if you ask me. But that's my rankings of Elite 118. What are your rankings of Elite 118? Once again, last time, put it in the comments down below. Don't forget to thumbs up the video. Always helps the channel, as you guys know. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and my other YouTube channel while you're at it. Check out Patreon. Check out YouTube channel memberships for even more content. And don't forget Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and of course, TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com, which is, conveniently enough, the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, available wherever podcasts are found with videocast on YouTube. So for Elite 118, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
I said I'm gonna miss our